I'm Marna, and this is the Twin Flame Detox. I'm still working on the lighting setup. I don't know what to do. I have absolutely no direct lights pointed at me right now, and I'm beginning to think I may just have to accept the glow. That's all there is to it. So I apologize for the hot spots on the video. There's not much I can do at this point unless I get a much more expensive rig than I'm really willing to spend money on. So, now that I've rambled, today we're talking about a very, very common occurrence in any spiritual awakening journey. And that is, why do I feel so freaking alone in this? Why do I feel like I am the only person going through this? Like I'm the only person who has to deal with this crap. Like I'm the only person who understands what this is. And it's a very valid question. And it's one we all face. Every psychic, energy worker, healer, light worker, whatever name you want to give, everyone that I know has at some point questioned their journey. And that question often takes the form of, why am I alone on this? Because after all, we're moving forward into this wonderful world of lightness of being. We are ascending as human beings. This is a wonderful thing. So why aren't people celebrating this with me? Why don't I have someone to talk to who understands when I say this is what's going on? Why doesn't anyone get this? Now, this is a very common psychological thing that happens to people who are going through any massive change in their lives. As we go through massive change, as we go through these shifts in our personality and in our identity, we are internalizing huge amounts of difference. We are seeing the world differently. We are reacting to the world differently. And the things that used to be our norm no longer really apply to the new us anymore. I mean, my idea of a good time is very different now from what it was before. I'm still not at the point where my entire idea of a good time is going out and channeling to the stars all night long with no one to talk to and doing that for days on end. I'm working on it. But it's also not going to a bar. It's not going and socializing. It's not hanging out with people who don't get me. So, there are times when I feel very alone. There are times when I feel like there is no one out there who is going to understand me, what I'm going through, what is involved in my life. And this has impacted my life in a variety of things beyond just the impact of the virus. I've also got the impact of having been single for several years now. And, particularly as an older female, singledom sucks. But, it also forces you to be strong. It forces you along a growth path. And I think that's where all of us who are questioning why we're alone are truly feeling alone. The universe forces us onto the next growth path, whether it's the one we wanted to take or not. When you feel like you're alone, when you feel like you are the only person who understands what you're going through, you are forced to go within to find your own solutions because you don't have anyone to talk it out with. Once you can do that, and once you're comfortable with going in to find solutions to your issues, that's when other people who share commonalities will start showing up in your life again. I had this happen this week at work. My day job is in a car dealership. And I had someone show up working in the same dealership who is metaphysically aligned with me out of the blue. And we just discovered this about each other 2 days ago. So, people will show up in your field as you move along the path. The important part of that is to not get bogged down with, oh, I'm so alone, because that thought will keep you stuck there. The more you think about, the more you create in your reality. If you're thinking, I'm alone, no one understands me, no one gets this, I'm going to be alone for the rest of my life, I have no friends, no one gets what I'm saying anymore, then that's exactly what you're calling in. When you move into the era of, I understand an aspect of this truth, I understand where this is going, I am growing on my continued growth path as a person, then other people with the same thoughts will show up. And you do find yourself having people to talk to. And sometimes those conversations go in directions you never expected, like why we feel so alone. So what do you do to get through this period of feeling alone? So here are my top 5 tips for that. One is reframe it. Stop telling yourself that alone is a bad thing. When you can sit there and say, yeah, I am alone because I am waiting for people to show up in my life who think like I do. I'm not changing the way I think to fit in. I am not changing who I am to be accepted by the masses. That gives you a very strong level of control over what it is that you're experiencing. Second tip, self-care. Do what makes you feel good. Do the little things that make you feel special. If that is a bath with salts and herbs, go for it. If that is driving out to a swimming hole and doing some socially distanced swimming by yourself, do it. If that is going out to a cemetery and walking among the headstones and doing tarot readings for yourself, do it. These are all things that I do. So, find what it is that makes you feel in touch with you, in touch with the world around you, in touch with the universe, and do those things. Who cares what anyone else thinks about it? Who cares? Because you're alone anyway, so why not make the one person that actually does matter happy? Number 3, eat healthy. If you sit at home and binge on junk food, you're going to end up feeling bogged down. What you take into your body does affect your energy. And while junk food is okay in moderation, remember to keep it in moderation. You shouldn't be binging on Heath bars while you're watching something on TV. You should be, if you're going to snack on healthy foods. If you're going to make meals, make nutritious meals. If you are at that point where the best you can do is throw together a cheese sandwich, and don't blame yourself for it. Eat to the best of your ability. Enjoy the food as you eat it. Take time to eat. Don't just mindlessly zone out and watching YouTube videos. Take the time to enjoy what you're putting in your mouth. Take the time to savor it. Accept its nourishment into your body. Accept its energy into yours. The more mindful you are about something as simple as preparing and eating food, the more you're going to stop feeling alone and start feeling in touch. Number 4, meditate. I've done videos on the importance of meditation. It's always important, no matter where you are on the cycle, because meditation is how we turn off the conscious brain so that we can access the subconscious one. So meditate. Even if it's only 10 or 15 minutes a day, take that time to clear your head, get in touch with your inner self, and just let it go for a little while. The more you do that, and the more you start seeing your subconscious and your conscious thoughts as being two separate correlated entities, the less alone you feel. You've always got a friend in your head. So that is, one way of coping with that feeling of aloneness. And number 5, do something different. A lot of times we feel alone because we're actually stuck in a rut. We are doing the same thing day in, day out, going to the same places, talking to the same 5 people, and that's it. Do something different. Go to a park, go to a bookstore, go to any place where you have always wanted to explore but have never felt welcome. Do it safely. We always have to be conscious of safety right now. But do it. Go see something new. Change your perspective. Change how you're relating to the world around you. And the way the world relates to you will shift in response. So, there's my quick video on why you feel alone and what to do about it. I do hope you find it helpful. I'm Marna, and this is the Twin Flame Detox.